How you feeling tonight? That's great. Thank you so much for having me here. It's my first time in Kingston, and thank you. One person. All right, God bless you. It's so cool. I mean, you notice such different things when you're from somewhere else. Like, from the States, I come up here, and it's such a culture shock for me how much cleaner Canada is than the States. It really is. I mean, yeah, it is. It's awesome. And it's like, you can go to any major city in North America and see an empty coffee cup tumbling down the street, but only in Canada is there a guy running after it. And that's just because he didn't roll up the rim yet. If it's worth anything, don't let that go. So nice being here. This is cool. I gotta admit, it's a little humid for me. I'm a fat guy. I started sweating pretty much at the end of February, right there. Ice starts melting, and I have to start melting too, apparently. So, and I don't like the summertime too much. I mean, it's fun to go outside and cook out and do all that stuff. But every weekend in the summer, why has it got to be exactly the same thing? It's exactly the same thing. Cook out and fireworks. That's so boring to me. I hate fireworks. I don't even watch fireworks anymore. I watch people watching fireworks. That's more fun for me. Do you know people make the exact same noise when they see fireworks that they make when they see someone get kicked in the nuts? It's exactly the same. Right? Watching fireworks. Ooh. Someone gets kicked in the nuts. Ooh. It's exactly the same. Just the face changes. Yeah, I like the winter better. Right? I like the winter holidays. I love Christmas. It's such a magical time. We all pretend we like each other. It's great. And I like most guys. Like I don't mind gift giving. I enjoy gift giving, but I hate shopping. So every year, what I've always done is I've given everybody on my gift list, they get cash, right? And my wife told me, you got to stop doing that because you're being crass. And I'm like, what are you talking about, being crass? She goes, well, when you give cash as a Christmas gift, then they know how much you spent. Yeah, right, exactly. So I said, okay, fine. So I compromised this past Christmas. What I did, everybody on my Christmas list got cash, but I gave them euros. Even I don't know how much I spent. I really have no idea. But when I was a little kid, I always used to gauge a holiday based on how much candy you got, right? The more candy you got, the better the holiday was. Because I was a little fat kid in my neighborhood, right? Remember when it was only one? Now it's like all of them. Yeah. Valentine's Day was pretty cool because you got the big box of chocolates there. Your mom got it and steal some. And then Easter, you get little jelly beans in the basket. You get the chocolate rabbit. Were you like me? Did you feel ripped off when it was hollow? Big freaking rabbit. Awesome. Hey, there's nobody in there. But the number one heavyweight champion of the candy holiday has got to be Halloween, right? Halloween. Man, like I told you, I was a little fat kid in my neighborhood. You tell a little fat kid you can get free candy one night a year from every house with the porch light on, you've given that young man a mission. That's what you've done. Oh yeah. You guys probably had normal Halloweens growing up. Your mom would throw a sheet over you, cut a couple eye holes, you'd be a ghost. I was the fat kid. Mom threw an Afghan on me, set me out as a couch. Thanks for laughing right at me too. That's real nice. And I was in Mississippi last month. I told that joke about the sheet with the eye holes. They're like, we did that yesterday. All year long in Mississippi. Also found out they have no malls in Mississippi, just a KKK mart. There's a white sale. And no Black Friday. Get me out of there. I joke about the Klan because I'm Catholic, and traditionally the Klan never liked Catholic people. I'm not afraid they'd try to hang me. I'd just be embarrassed when the branch broke. Real funny, huh? Yeah, real funny. I loved Halloween, man. I loved Halloween. I would go out. You gotta take a sturdy bag when you go trick-or-treating, right? What would you take? Pillowcase. Yeah, absolutely. What else are you gonna take? That piece of crap plastic pumpkin from the Kmart? That thing sucked. And it didn't take too many houses to find out how cheaply made this thing was. Oh, you begged your mother for it? I begged my mom. Mommy, buy me a pumpkin. One year she breaks down. She gets me a pumpkin, right? First house, I'm looking good. Here we go. Snickers bar. Boom. Second house, pixie stick. Bam. Right in there. Third house, some son of a bitch throws me an apple. Now I'm holding it by a strap. Hey, what happened there? By the fifth house, now the strap is gone. It's a scene out of Shakespeare. Last Port York. You don't know that show. Gotta take that pillowcase, man. I would go out, I would trick or treat until my pillowcase was full, and then I would get home. And my dad was a good dad. You have good dads? Yeah, my dad did what any good dad would do. He went through the candy to try to figure out which ones were poison. It was always the Milky Ways. No, Ralphie, these are poison. Don't worry about these, I'll take care of these. We had a place in my job, we destroyed these. I was like, yeah, your lunch bag, you son of a bitch. Dad liked the Milky Ways. Well, I was 11 years old before I found out I was being taxed. That sucks. And I always felt bad for like the kids who lived out in the country, you know, because I've been to the country. Those houses are like 15 miles apart. Trick or treat, I don't care how much you like free candy. That's a route I would not walk. Picturing these poor kids out in the country going trick or treat at 7 o'clock in that first house. Trick or treat, thank you. Fuck. Kid comes home 2 o'clock in the morning, he's got 3 pieces of candy in the bag. He's going through the candy. You see, I got a Snickers bar, 3 Musketeer, a Mallow Cup. Who gave me the corn? What is that? I play a lot in the country. You know, like Verizon, they show you the map of all the coverage where their phone service goes, and it's all red except some spots that are white. That's where I play, in the white. I was in Dothan, Alabama. Dothan, Alabama, right? Before I came here. And they talked to a guy at the bar, and he goes, where are you going next? Where are you going? I says, oh, I get to go to Canada, I'm really excited. He goes, well, that sucks. What are you talking about? He goes, Canada sucks. Why would you even say that? You've never been there, have you? You don't know anything about Canada. You don't know that Canada's our best partner in the world, our #1 trade partner, longest unarmed border in the world, friendly, clean, hospitable, generous. You don't know anything about them. He goes, well, I know they like that hockey. What's so good about that? So I showed him. I pulled his sweater up over his head and kicked the shit out of him. He's like, you should love hockey. You got the teeth for it. Bastard. So we got anything going on tonight? Fun? Any kind of celebrations? Anybody's birthday? Stuff like that?
Graduation.
Excellent. Congratulations. Wait, what's your name?
Jane.
Jane? Jamie, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that right? That's good. Finally made it. Was it long? Was it hard? Was it arduous? Did you sweat it out? Cool. So what's the next step? What do you got now? Haven't thought of it yet. I don't think you're finished. Education should go all the way to now what do I do with all this knowledge? So what did you train for? What is that? What's the big?
Just school, just done.
Just school, just done. So you just, no real career path? What do you want to be when you grow up? She graduated. Okay, well, there's another step we're leaving out here. That's what you do. Just, okay, so what would you, if you could write your own ticket, what job would you do? What would you want to do? You own your own business. Okay, that's a little open-ended. Now, listen, hold on. In the strictest sense of the word and the phrase, owning your own business, prostitutes own their own business. They make their own hours. They set their own price schedule, and they control the production. What's that? It fits your criteria? Wait, how much money do I have? Hold on. I don't have sex anymore. I'm married. Actually, my wife and I are getting ready to celebrate 20 years together. 20 years pretty good? That was polite guy applause here in the front row. Women are always thrilled when they find out I'm off the market. Thank God that guy's not. We don't need him in the bars anymore. I was terrible as a single guy, man. you know, I'd go out there. I know ladies don't necessarily like the big guy. Ladies, have you heard some bad pickup lines in your day? Ladies? Anyone? Yeah, a couple, 3 of you? 4 of you? Not all? All right, this is just another dumb observation. If you haven't heard a lot of bad pickup lines, maybe you're not as attractive as you thought you were. That's not on me. I got nothing to do with that. When I would go out in the bars, I would talk to, you're beautiful. I'd talk to beautiful women, right? I would squeal. Squeal. I would walk up to women like you. Here's what I do. I say, you know, sometimes I don't like the big guy, all right? So what I do is I just lead with what I thought was my best attribute, my sense of humor, right? And I figured, well, if I get shot down, at least maybe she'll laugh, I'll laugh, and it won't hurt so bad, right? So I'd walk up to beautiful women, lock you tonight. I'd walk up and I'd say, how much can you bench press? Like, why do you want to know how much I can bench press? I was like, because if you can't lift me, we're fucking. Most of you laugh, some of you are like, Ralph, that joke was a little rapey, you know what I mean? I apologize. You're laughing a lot. You're laughing way too hard. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what. You're like writing stuff down. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Well, people will ask me. They'll say, Ralph, how do you do it? How do you stay together for 20 years? I will tell you, it's very important. And nobody will tell you this. You got to be physically compatible. It's very important. Marry into your weight class. Nobody will tell you that. It's really important. If you're going to go through life with somebody, you got to make sure that you can keep up with each other. Right? I travel all across North America. I see couples out there that are comically mismatched. And I always see them in Walmart. I don't know why that is. There's like weird looking couples, like one's real skinny, one's real fat. They look like the number 10 just sliding down the aisle. You gotta get somebody you can keep up with. That's really important. Like, if you're skinny and trim and you like to run and track and swim and exercise, that's great. You get somebody just like you to be 2 little peas in a pod. But if you're like me, you like to rip open a big bag of Doritos and eat till you can throw the bag away. If you've ever finished a Pepperidge Farm cake over your kitchen sink, looking out the back window going, somebody should rake them freaking leaves out there. Somebody you can keep up with. That's why I married a big girl. I think big girls are sexy as hell. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm fat, my wife's fat, we get in bed, we don't do 69, we do 88. And we are happy. I got caught out of position. I was talking to someone back there, and they said, have you really been married for 20 years? And I was like, yeah, and they said that they thought I looked really young and that there was no way that I had been married that long, right? Thank you, one person for everything. And they said, really, how do you do it? And I was like, well, part of it is I'm not there. She's home. We get to have our own lives. We're married, but we have our own lives, so it's kind of nice. But when we get back home together, we have to reacquaint ourselves with each other, and it's, like I said, physical compatibility is so important. The sex has to be good. Right? It has to be one person again. Right. The show is not working out the way I planned. If only one person is digging me. And I need some of you guys to join in at some point. But what we do, we keep the sex fresh. Here's what we do. You guys can do this in your relationships too. We watch porn together. Should I just sit at your table? Because when you watch porn together, it's really cool because what it does is it keeps you visually stimulated and it gives you ideas about things that maybe you haven't tried before, right? And plus, guys, if she lets you start the porn, you know you're getting laid because she's not gonna, you don't rub the bottle if you don't want the genie to come out, right? So here's the deal. The porn has to be something that she likes, because guys, we like pretty much everything we see on the porn, we really do. And so you gotta let the women pick out something they like. Now I found out, because I hinted around, I tried to find out what would make my wife happy. She likes a neat, clean house. That's what turns her on. If I do the dishes, right? Oh, I get that. It's amazing I scrub them good too, nice, both sides on the plates. I do everything. And so because she likes everything neat, clean, tidy, everything in its place, that's what turns her on. We can watch any porn out there. We just have to watch it backwards. Because when you watch a porno movie backwards, it turns into a documentary about cleaning up your house. Started at the end, they all end the same way. There's a woman laying there all sticky. Run it backwards. First thing that happens, this nice guy comes walking in backwards, vacuums her off with his pee-pee. Gets it all too, gets off her belly, out of her hair. She's bone dry. That's a double pun, don't let that one go away. Then they make love, they kiss and hug, then they get out of the bed. They make the bed, they tuck the corners in. They're still kissing, they're still loving. There's clothes all over the floor. They pick them on, pick them up, they put them on. He helps her on with her panties. She helps him on with his clown suit. Then they walk backwards out of the room, the bed's made, the clothes are all off the floor, the room's totally clean. Clap if this is a night off for you from the kids. Clap if you got kids. Yeah. Doesn't it feel good? Oh my God, doesn't it feel good? My wife and I have a 10-year-old daughter, and she's got us outnumbered. You know how that feeling? You got one kid, and the two of you can't keep up. And then, yeah, and my wife says to me last month, or no, a couple 3 months ago, she says, she goes, I think we should have another one. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Another one? I said, first of all, that's bad grouping, because our child, our newborn, we would then have an 11-year-old and a newborn. And unless your plan was to raise the babysitter for the second child first, that's the only way that makes any sense, right? So she says, no, we're gonna go ahead and try. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, I'll try, sure. So last month she says to me, she goes, I think we're pregnant. And that's a douchey married couple thing to say. We're fucking pregnant? No, you're pregnant. I'm going to Kingston. That's how that works. It's not bullshit around. Get out of here, you've been nothing but trouble. Fuck you, get out now. That's all you see, like he squatted out like I wouldn't see him. So my wife says, okay, I think we're pregnant. I was like, all right, so what do we do? She goes, well, we got to get an early pregnancy test. I'm like, okay, early pregnancy test. So I go to the drugstore and I pick one up. You know, these things are very expensive. It's like 19 bucks, right? $19 for what is essentially a stick. Hang on. $19 for what is essentially a stick that my wife is going to pee on, and then one of us is going to be disappointed. And I asked around, I was like, hey, is there a store brand or something? Can we get this cheaper? And the kid was like, well, if you buy 2 of them, it's 25 bucks, and that brings the cost per. I was like, we're going in the wrong fucking direction now. So I called my wife, and that's what she said, dollar store. She goes, where are you? I said, the drugstore. She goes, go across the street, dollar store. I go to the dollar store. Fuck yeah! They're piled up like firewood. Piles of them. Right? So I grabbed one of them, and I'm walking to the cash register. That's how I walk. I'm walking to the cash register, and I stopped myself, and I looked at the fucking thing, like, and I'm like, I'm looking across the street, and I look back. It's $19 over there. Here's the, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? Why aren't you like the others? Why? So I went, I had to find a manager. I had to get some answers. And the manager at the dollar store is very easy to find because they have a tag that says manager. Not even their name, just fucking manager. That way, in case they blow it, somebody can just take their name tag off of them, put it on somebody else, and continue. They don't lose a step, right? So I find the manager, lovely lady, and I said, I have a question about one of your products. And she went, really? Like, it's never come up. Nobody's ever asked. And I said, yeah, I really do. I have a question about this pregnancy test. It's $19 across the street. Here it's only $1. How come? And she said, well, sir, I have to be perfectly honest with you. Please, be perfectly honest with me, right? She goes, not all of our products are 100% quality. For instance, the early pregnancy test, not 100% accurate. All right, I said, I'm willing to work with you because this is quite a savings, right? $19 over there, $1 here. I said, how accurate are they? She puffed up with pride, which nobody at the dollar store should do. Whether you're working there or shopping there, you should not have any pride at all. She puffs up with pride and she says, sir, our early pregnancy tests are 47% accurate. And I said, all right, listen, I didn't graduate. I got 2 years of college under my belt. I said, but do you know that I can take out a quarter, flip it, and be 50% accurate? And I don't have to buy anything, I can keep the quarter. She went, huh? And the guy came running out of the back room, took her name tag off her, put it on, and it went working. I beat the system though, I bought 2 of them. 47, 94%. That's how you be. We all just live under that fantasy that we're going to go in the dollar store and find something good, like, oh fuck, look, Rembrandts. Let's just put that in a cart. Are those Fabergé eggs? I'll take a dozen. The same thing when you go to like garage sales, yard sales. You think you're going to find some idiot doesn't know he's got a solid gold chalice. Well, I can let that go for 50 cents. You're fucking right, you will. It's such bullshit. And the products at the dollar store are so substandard. Oh my god, you can't buy things there. There's certain things you shouldn't buy there, right? Total rip-off. Food, so sketchy at the dollar store, right? I bought a can of coffee at the dollar store. I opened it up, it smelled like somebody emptied a fucking pencil sharpener. It's just disgusting. And, man, birth control. Don't buy condoms. You buy condoms at the dollar store, you're getting a great big fucking bowl of everything you got coming to you. Don't buy condoms at the dollar store. A 12-pack of condoms, this tells you how bad they are. A 12-pack of condoms comes with a book of baby names.